everyone, my name is Danielle, and I was trying to get ready for this video, but apparently the video was ready for me, so we're just gonna have to start off this way. My name is Danielle again, and what I like to do is I like to work with dogs. I work hard so my dog can have a better life. Let's just put it that way. Yeah. So around, let's see, 5 years ago, I told my husband that I really just wanted a dog. You know, I wanted my own dog, and we already had a dachshund, and he was like the sweetest thing, but he was like elderly, and he really just needed someone to play with, to get him out of his, kind of depression funk. When dogs get older, they just have this tendency to do that, like, get a little bit depressed. And when they have a puppy around, for some reason, they just love it. It's almost like their fatherly or motherly instincts kick back in, and they're off to the races. And sometimes it's just because the puppy refuses to leave them the hell alone. But, it's good for them. So yeah, I had my senior dog who was already starting to develop doggy dementia. And, it was very hard at the time because he was waking me up in the middle of the night. And then we had the puppy, and the puppy was waking me up in the middle of the night. So we had the both of them going out. One of them just because they lost track of time, and the other one because she had to go potty. We were potty training. So yeah, it was a really fun time. But most of the time I'm going to be talking about dogs on this channel and how you can help them, because I am just a 100% dog lover. And I'm going to be talking a lot about allergies and why dogs have allergies and what you can do to help them, naturally, besides using the obvious normal treatments that everybody knows about, which are the pills and the shampoos, the creams, the lotions, the shots, the steroids, all of that. I want to show you an easier, gentler, and better way to, number one, to make your dog healthier, and number two, to avoid the side effects that are going to come with those medications, because those side effects are just not good. And you're starting to hear about some of the apical side effects on TV, but a lot of them weren't even mentioned years ago when it came out. And that's pretty typical with dog medications. But what I guess I'll get back to my story is that I had my senior dog and I had my puppy. And my puppy is great. She was like the love of my life, and she just attached at my hip. She was not a kennel dog, which made life so hard for me. She didn't like a kennel. She was like the only dog I could not train to go into a kennel. And I do a lot of rescue, so all of my dogs love kennels. They love them, and it's like their safe space. So she was just not one of those dogs. But she's also a puppy from a backyard breeder. She was very socially isolated because she had parvo. So for 6 months, she was not able to go around any other dogs. So she's also not a fan of other dogs, except for the ones that are in her house with her. She also likes cats. So yeah, she's now about 5 or 6 years old. But when she turned about 2, we started having some serious itching problems, like red skin itching, like her fur was missing, like she started to lose her fur here, and on the back sides. And she was miserable, absolutely miserable, and I was absolutely miserable watching it, because she would just scratch herself raw. She scratched her face to the point where it bled, and we would go in and trim her nails and everything, but it's still just not, it wasn't enough. And I absolutely refused to put her on medications. Every once in a while we would go in for a steroid shot and this and that, and just to get her some relief and some comfort. But I think the biggest problem was that I just was not willing to lose a dog using an immune suppressing medication that has been known to cause cancer. And yeah, not when she was like my pride and joy. So we were not going that route. But eventually, someone reached out to me and asked me if I was willing to try something. And luckily, I was willing to try anything as long as it wasn't medication. So we did all the diet changes and this and that with the doctors. We tried everything with the exception of the medications. And a friend told me to give her a simple chew, an oil, and use a spray to help her itching. A spray. Um, so we tried it. And after about, well, after the first day, her itching had like really reduced. Like she wasn't itching as much. And every time she itched, I would just put the spray on her and it would help relieve some of the itching. And with the chew, I would give that to her every day. She just thought it was a treat. Um, and then the oil, God, she just licked that up. I mean, I didn't know how much dogs love fish, but they do. They absolutely love fish. And I also did not know that grains were like a huge allergen in dogs. But it's also like the cheapest filler there is, and that's why you're going to find it in just about every dog food there is. Um, so yeah, I'm sure these, as Otto is barking. Um, yeah, so we did this, and we sprayed, and we oiled, and we fed chews, and after 2 weeks, like the difference was unreal, unreal. She was no longer itching. Um, the redness was just about gone, but it was still there a little bit. And then after 2 months, she was completely healed. Her fur was growing back. Everything was great. And we haven't had a problem since then. So if you're interested in any of these, I'm going to post the link below so you can take a look at them. We don't have to use the spray anymore because we don't have any itching. But we continue the oil and the chew every single day. And I think a lot of people are missing the point. There's a lot of allergy chews out there. There's a lot of chews out there, but some of them are just cheaply made. And as a matter of fact, you can actually go and make supplements because there is no doggy regulations. So you definitely want to do your research, and you want to make sure that you're giving your dog the best thing that you possibly can. So there's that. Then you got the long term, the mid term, and the short term solutions. And people don't think about that. Short term, you need to give them some kind of relief really fast. So the spray works really well for that. Long term, the oil, it has more beneficial properties than just allergy relief alone. It's just fur, skin, heart health. Fish oil is amazing for humans, and it's absolutely amazing for dogs as well. But you have to be very wary of the fish oils that are out there on the market as well, because if you don't know that omega-3 fatty acids are great for your dogs, and so are omega-6s, but omega-6s have to be very little because they are also inflammatory, you can have big problems. Make the allergy problems worse. And then you also have to know what kind of natural, like roots and herbs and spices and what causes inflammation to go away. And some of these supplements just have turmeric and curcumin in there, and there's a lot more to it than that. So I hope this helps a lot. I hope it helps with your allergy issues. I'll talk more about my senior dog later. I might actually just redo this whole video because it's my first one. So maybe I'll come out with a better one. We'll see. Alright. If you want some more information about allergies or senior dog issues or anxiety, anything that has to do with dogs, why don't you go ahead and comment what you want to hear about below. more than happy to help. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and I will be posting regularly from now on. And to, you know, I'm sure I'll get better at this as things go. I'm not used to doing long videos. I'm used to doing like short TikToks and stuff like that. So I appreciate you guys watching, but have a good one.